Shows, more or less. And also we have a channel update. I am the Schwan, and today of the days. Why did you appear on that screen? Windows being Windows. Today of all the days, I got a new lens. Yes, as you can see, this was taken with the Pixel 3, which is very good at capturing all the cameras. I don't use it for webcamming anymore. I actually use the camera for webcamming. Well, I would use the GoPro whenever my sister's not using it. Which looks like me never. So yeah, as you can see right here, I decided I was thinking about doing this post commentary. I just can't. Post commentary has always been an emergency maneuver for me, so I just can't use it seriously as a production method. It's just my style. But anyway. So yeah, I got a new lens. It is Lenovo 60. Actually, let me just show you. Not that one. Bring this up. Let me look it up here. As you can look at the pretty picture. But yeah, it is a Laowa, which is a step up from 7R lens, which is what that lens is. My ultra wide, which I'm slowly learning what professional photographers use, their language. And apparently the difference between an ultra wide and a telephoto is one is wide, one is thin. Or one is wide, one is zoom. That's the difference. And millimeters is how much it is circularized, not how much it is long. I think. I don't exactly know that yet. So I'm getting there. And I was thinking about this. They also have another Laowa optic, which is their version of an ultra wide. Laowa has interesting takes on concepts, which is why I like them. They are a Chinese company. Yes. I'm using edges. Yes, on Amazon. Yes. Okay. This is a Laowa 6 Laowa 65 millimeter 2.8 aperture 2x Ultra Macro APO Lens. Basically, what that means is it's really good up close and it's really good far away. Anywhere else, it's just blurry. It really sucks at the in-betweens. You either zoom in on something, well, I mean, I guess that's what the point of this lens is. You zoom on something. You either zoom on something from really close, or you zoom on something from really far away, which is good. And a couple things I wanted, which is good for what I got it for. Yes, it is a $400 lens. I got it for $349 on Amazon, which you can also get on B&H. I'll link the B&H one in the description below. Amazon's weird with lenses, but it worked. It got out here, and as it was in a couple of days, that was nice. It would take longer. And actually, make sure the Amazon page real quick. And you get sensitive information. Yes. Okay. Never mind. Not gonna try to do. I don't feel like doing the censor land today. But anyway, so yeah, it's a really nice lens. It's long, like I'm placed on my little pedestal here on the claw, as I call it, the claw with the emergency release. Claw on the emergency release. The barrel of the lens ends right around here, making it completely useless for general use for doing unboxing videos, unfortunately. However, what it is actually extremely good at is if we skip. Let's disable it. Get that out of here. What's it really good at? And here's from above. This is my Dufachi. My magnifying and lamp. Okay, let me go back to Amazon. Hold it. Let me go back to Amazon real quick because I also got this on Amazon because my grandparents frankly are just more comfortable with it than all the random sites that you probably should use over Amazon. That you definitely should use over Amazon. This is a Brightech LightView Pro XL Magnifying clamp lamp. What that means is it's a magnifier and lamp. And it's amazing. I've been using it the last couple of videos. So this is also a channel update, by the way, if you haven't noticed already. And that's what and I use it to light up things. You can see me moving it around in some videos and such. Where's my doofachis? Where are my doofachis? Where are my arrows? Yeah, I don't want you to. I want my arrows. I went another way. Yeah, let's go this way. So, like, this was sticking with the ultra wide as a demonstration of the ultra wide's capabilities. And that's the raw. Yeah, every other one's gonna be raw. For some reason that I can't understand, that I don't think anyone understands, to be frank, Canon and the rest, like Sony and etc., don't seem to understand that PNG exists and should be a default setting on cameras. Instead, they use JPEG, which for me, being a YouTuber, means junk quality, uses the thumbnail, and that's it. I don't understand, so that's why I have a raw one. However, the JPEG allows you to preview images, which is nice. And this is with the macro zoom, is what I'm going to call this one from now on. But my ultra wide, my fisheye, looks like this. You capture the entire battle, albeit with some distortion. Laowa makes Laowa Finish Optics, take your pick. It's a Chinese manufacturer. They have like 50 names for their items. These guys are high quality, which are nice, or at least medium quality. Definitely, this is the only lens that I could think of to fit my needs. Because I wanted a macro lens for doing up close work, which I'll show you right now. I want a macro lens to do up close work. That's a typical example of that. This is actually nice. I like this one. But for up close work, where in the world is it? Like right this. The ultra wide can't do this. The ultra wide cannot do this. The standard Canon lens cannot do this either. And if I got a gigantic telescope that's attached to my front of my camera, which I don't even think exists really for Canon EF-M, which is the mounting format for my camera, because it's an APO lens. No, it's an APS-C lens, which means it's for the tiny cameras. It's for the tiny entry cameras. And I can't get one of those monster telescopes to capture things from far away. However, would I even want one? Probably not. Because they don't like darkness. They need a lot of light for their super telephotos. And they're double the price of what I paid. And they can't do this. And they're bulky, so yeah. And I'll need an adapter, which doesn't help. Quality. It's actually not too good. I actually got another folder. This is another one with the macro lens. This is showing you what this lens can do. Despite what I just said despite what I said about zooming, it can zoom, but it's only really good for things that are very far away. Like things that would be in the skybox in a video game or in the background of an artwork. They are for the things that are far away. Everything else, you don't use zoom. Everything else, your feet are zoom. So it acts as a prime lens. I might as well call this the macro prime zoom lens, or MPL, for short. As you can see, this is one of our strays that lives in our house. And seeing this is blur in the foreground, perfect manual ISO, so opening of the aperture, and lighting, and really nice lighting of the Florida sunset, and just really nice. I just got the camera just a few hours ago. Here's the sun over here. Macro photography on this flower. As you can see, complete bulk all around. It's really nice. And this was my first attempt to do that. And then this is for something that's really that's going to be useful for me. This was the shot that I was like, okay, I don't need to return this. Let's get the other one, get the ultra wide, because at least I can use the ultra wide. This was the shot that I knew was okay. After turning off all the auto assists, which my Canon M50 Mark II doesn't like turning off auto, I had to figure that out. I had to play with my camera a bit more to figure out how to turn off auto all the way. Because there isn't a pure manual setting. There's pure manual video. But if you want to take a picture, I don't think there's pure manual for it. So, yeah, like this is still, auto white balance is still on. Doesn't really matter though. As you can see, this was a bit dark. I mean, it was like 6 p.m. when I took this. Oh no, I mean, it was like 7 or 8 p.m. In the spring when I took this. Spring as in right now, as you can see down here. And this has been the hour. I'm recording this many hours later, so yeah. So like as you can see, like it renders the clouds very nicely. I should be able to film rockets with this. It's just going to be way more difficult than with the ultra wide, where you just point at the sky and it's going to capture the rocket. Whereas this, I'm going to fiddle around with a ton of settings on the fly and get it perfectly straight. Basically, what you need to do when you want to capture rockets in flight. So yeah. That might wrap things up, actually. So yeah, overall, I really like this lens, and it's going to be a nice piece when I expand more. Like taking pictures of miniature games, and after I start painting stuff, taking pictures of painted miniatures. Like, I don't know, like this is a bad one. I need to get my light folder. Like taking pictures of painted miniatures, it's fantastic for that. Oh my word, it's so good for that. Well, I have perfect background for this. Just use my arcade carpet in quotation marks mouse pads, which I got from New Wave Toys, which make the mini arcades, or the micro arcades, I should say. Man, and just another tying this into my unboxing video of the Wall of Tanks miniatures, which is going to be coming up tomorrow. As soon as time passes 12, I'm going to be uploading this as soon as I render it. So the next video that's going to be uploaded on this channel should be that. But yeah, as you can see, the detail on these miniatures are fantastic, especially when this is like $12. This is actually less than $12. It's more like $9 or $8. Assuming that's the majority of the value in the set, because the set also comes with packaging and cards. So, why can't Games Workshop produce models at this price range exactly? But anyway, so I can use this for taking pictures of models I'm painting. Although, when I was failing or succeeding, or I don't know, or Ryzen got me. I don't know. Ryzen teething issues got me. I don't know, but when I was building an emulation box, which is still not built, I had the power. It's been sitting the same thing for a year now because I've been afraid to put the motherboard and CPU in. Because once I do that, there's no going back. I've been kind of wanting a new motherboard. A better one and one with that's really, I'm really sure it's going to work my Ryzen CPU. My Ryzen 5 CPU, but anyway. And also get another stick of RAM because I forgot about the whole Ryzen only liking dual linked RAM for some reason. I'm not quite sure why it does that. That is silly. But anyway. And this one's nice, focusing on the allies and the UCs, doing the UC things. Like, this was just a mock thing I set up with the things that were on the unboxing table. From unboxing the Wall of Tanks miniatures. This is another good one. I want to focus on the enemy shooting the Americans. This is a mock-up of a three-way battle. Two British tanks, two non-American or British tanks, everyone going against each other. The British are fighting the Americans, and the German-Russian alliance, whereas the Russian is fighting the British, and the German is fighting. I don't know which American he's fighting, but he's fighting one of them, whereas Lee is firing on. Lee apparently is firing on. Lee is apparently firing. It's either firing on the Cromwell or the T-34 and the Panzer IV. But yeah, I think I've been looking at these photos. Which one I should post to DeviantArt? Which I had this video. I wanted to make this video because I had so many photos, so I'm not gonna post them all to DeviantArt. And I want to get something out for the channel for this new lens. I'll let you know I got my Rocketeer lens, because I've been mentioning it in the last couple of videos. So yeah. Then this was my actiony. Then this one is just ultra wide, being ultra wide, capturing the entire battle. Yeah. And then let's end back at the camera. So overall, a really good lens, although, I wish it was priced more to compete with 7 Arzens. I mean, I guess 7 Arzen lenses are more basic. I mean, to be fair, this is a prime macro zoom lens. Like, who makes that? And it's not like if you want a lens better than this, you have to double the price and then knock out macro lens. There's other lenses that are on this price value, so is it worth it? I say my inexperience with lenses, I say it is worth it. It seems a bit steep to me, but that's just photography in general. Like, I was having this discussion, to put it loosely, with someone on one of the lens channels, one of the lens reviewer channels I watched, which I think was Christopher Frost, and he was saying, oh, I can get, like, oh, this $500 lens is totally worth it from Sony. I'm like, you could just get one of these Canon lenses for $100, get an adapter for it for another $100, and have a tiny lens if all you want is a tiny lens. Like, if that's the only difference for you to put on your Sony camera, why not get an adapter and a tiny Canon lens, like one of these? And you know, he went on around about how Sony was better than Canon, and Canon this sucks, and Canon this sucks, and like, oh, you peasant are okay with your camera, then then that's a good thing. However, since I'm Elite Boy, I don't need your peasantry tools and stuff like that. He was a jerk, but he got me thinking about the price of stuff, and just photography's expensive, and should it be? Because 7 Arxens exists. 7 Arxens exists, and it's a really good lens. I've had of the 3 lenses you see here, not including the GoPro. GoPro's not here. But by far my favorite, it's probably by far the lens I'll use most often, is the 7 Arzen lens. It's fantastic. Like, it has no issues. It just is a straight shooter. You have to fit around with focusing, and that's fine. You don't even have to fiddle around with your aperture half the time, because it's just generally, you set it and forget it with the aperture, and you fiddle around with focus. Whereas with the lower lens, you have to play with stuff inside of the camera most of the time. And the Canon lens is fantastic from an auto perspective. It just works, except it doesn't. It's kind of the in-between lens, I guess, in this lineup. I guess it's where you see it, where the Canon lens is kind of middle ground. It's mid-range. It's not nearly as long or short as this lens. It's not nearly as wide as this lens. It's kind of in between. and I don't really like it. I don't like it at all. I kind of wish I just got the camera body, but you can't get the camera body in wide, and I kind of want a silver lens to go with my camera, even though obviously I'm not using it half the time. But I'm glad that I got the 7 hours right off the bat. If 7 hours had a prime macro zoom lens, I would have got the 7 hours version, but I don't know if they have a zoom lens, though. I looked and looked and looked. They might not have a zoom lens at all, or at least it's one of those standard zooms, which are, they're good, but they're not what I was looking for, because I already got the Canon. So yeah, but you have to do your own research on that. But anyway, so yeah, in this weird Der999 Shows video, is the Laowa prime macro zoom lens worth it? Yes, it is worth it. It is worth it if you're into It is worth it if you want specialty lens. If you want a lens for capturing things that are far away or nearby and nothing in between, yes, because you already have another lens for that. For example, you have the kit lens, or you have a prime lens, or you have a standard zoom, or what have you. You have another lens for that. But I would suggest only getting it as your second lens, or third lens in my case. But I count a second lens because I use the ultra wide way too often. But yeah, whereas the ultra wide is genuinely just fantastic. I mean, there's a reason why action cameras have ultra wides. But yeah. Alright, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate watching this video. It means a lot to me. It also means a lot to me if you were to check out the rest of the stuff in this video. Also, the clamp is worth it. The clamp is always worth it. The clamp. I guess it technically is the clamp. The clamp is always worth it. The clamp is very worth it. And so is this Stufachi. Links in the description to everything you see here. Including my mic, which I don't think I've gone over yet, but that's one part, that's the other part. It failed me in daylight, so I need to get a new one that can actually withstand the Florida sun, without wearing sunglasses, I guess, and a hat, but anyway. Oh, yeah, but definitely going to give me tons of these dudes to go on my tripods, because they're fantastic. Really well built, and just generally fantastic. The claw is fantastic. The claw is extremely well built and just fantastic. Or the clamp. Anyway. Alright, that's my first video. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate watching on this video. It means a lot to me. Also means a lot to me if you were to check out the rest of the stuff in the description, such as the various ways Sports channel. Which of course this ways Sports channel is by engaging in the content that we produce, and engaging in all the content that we produce, and by sharing friends, family, and stuff. Alright, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Maybe kittens are next. Kittens are definitely next to this lens, because next Sunday when I go over to my parents' and sister's house, my sister just rescued some kittens who were strays. Now they're not strays because they're in her hands, and they're accustomed to her now. Not accustomed to dogs, and dogs aren't accustomed, and one dog isn't accustomed to them, the rat terrier. But anyway. So, I don't know if we'll do a kitchen photo shoot and upload it on YouTube, because I don't do that. I don't partake in the YouTube ways of gaining money. I don't do it. But I mean, maybe. We'll see. Oh, I'll definitely take pictures of my for my own stuff, because I've only been using my Pixel 3. Pixel 3 is amazing. But the lenses are fun. The lenses are fun, and they're better at what they do. But Pixel 3 is really outstanding. So if you just wanna get up and go and take pictures and start a channel, just get a good smartphone. Because if you need a phone to begin with, get a phone with a great camera, which is a Pixel 3a, what have you. Get a phone with a great camera, and you'll get it for less or about the same price as all the stuff you see here. And the phone camera will do everything in the middle of what you see here. And of course you need a tripod and whatever, but those are cheap. Those are like $20. But yeah. Oh, and they're much easier to use too, the phone. Alright, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you. And also, 7 hours is totally worth it. I love it. $100, well, just under $200. It's fantastic. It's easily the best lens here. But anyway, alright, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a second.